What is up, guys? Today I am back with another Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. Here for you guys today, I have an OU match against TylerAlman, who I found on the Smoke on Wi-Fi Battle Finder. It was a pretty decent match, so I'm going to have that really cool team preview. So if you guys do enjoy it, please leave a like rating on this video, or just comment saying, I really like it, Eric, or I don't like it, Eric, go back to the original one. Or give me tips on how to change it and make it better. And let me know what I can do with that. So here's a pretty decent match. This team is actually made by Retro Mushroom, also known as Tyler, who made also that new team I had. He's actually really good at making teams because this team is really good. He uses it all the time, so let's get ready to get into this match. So I lead off with my Landorus as he leads off with his Rotom Wash. Now, basically, I'm thinking, even if this thing is Scarfed, I'm Scarfed too, so I can just U-turn on out. So exactly what I'm going to do, I'm going to U-turn out, I'm going to go into my own Rotom. Now, this Rotom is not specially defensive, but it's not offensive either. It's kind of a mix between offensive and defensive. But he actually goes right for the Volt Switch, which is kind of odd. I guess he was seriously thought I would definitely U-turn out. It isn't a bad play because why would I stay in? But so he just gets the Volt Switch off, and I'm going to go into, I have my Rotom in, and he goes into his Heatran, which I'm like, what? Why go into Heatran? You're weak to my stab. Maybe he thinks I'm defensive because I have leftovers, but I have more special attack investment than he probably thinks I do. And that does a really nice chunk, really good, nice chunk to the Heatran, and that's really good chunk of damage. Now, here, he's going to go for the Protect now, as I'm going to go for the Volt Switch now. I go for Volt Switch because I think that he would switch out, or maybe predicting him to go for the Protect. Now, here I'm going to go right for another Volt Switch because I'm a little bit ahead of the battle because it gets the leftovers, but I'm going to go right for another Volt Switch here because I'm predicting him to switch out now because since I stayed in one for Hydro Pump, I stayed in one for Volt Switch, he's probably going to predict my Hydro Pump on this turn, so he's going to go to Latios, get a free switch, but I see right through that plan, go into my Volt Switch, that can go into my big boss Tyranitar. Now, basically, any Latios VT Tar, that's a trapped Latios, or Latias, I'm sorry. Alakazam, Latios, Latias, Reuniclus, whatever. And now I'm going to go for the Pursuit, because this thing doesn't pack Crunch, only packs Pursuit. He tries to switch, get that big threat out of here. Latios is now gone, didn't even get off one hit onto my team, and that's really good for me. So, here brings out his Infernape. Now I know a U-turn or a close combat's coming. More likely than not a U-turn. But I do go into my Reuniclus because I'm max HP, max defense, bold, so I can take a U-turn nicely, even though it's super effective. Or if he just has to go right for CC, I can definitely take that very nicely and try to set up on his team. But sees right through that, goes for U-turn, and brings in his Rotom, which is kind of weird. But now here, you might think this is a weird play, but I know he's going to trick. I am 1,000,000,000% positive he's going to trick. I could have went into my Landorus to get, I didn't really want to know what I want to take his Choice Scarf. I could have went to Landorus, but I decided to stay in and go for the Psychic. Then I would get the Scarf. And Psychic almost knocks it out, but Sandstorm is going to be enough to kill it off. But you guys might think it's weird because I promise I predicted the trick. I'm not lying about that. But why would I stay in predicting the trick? I don't know, but I swear I predicted that trick. Definitely. So, brings out Tran now. I'm going to my Rotom as he goes for Toxic. So this thing is actually Protect and Toxic. And I'm guessing it's going to be a special defensive with maybe Stealth Rocks and definitely Lava Plume. And now, basically, I'm thinking I'm just going to try to go for Hydro Pump. I know he's probably going to want to Protect now, so I think I might be able to try to take advantage of this. I'm just going to see if he's going to actually Protect. So I'm going to go right for the Hydro Pump, but he actually goes into his Breloom now, trying to get a safe switch into Loom. And Hydro Pump actually was a really nice chunk here. Now, basically, I'm thinking he might want to go for Spore, predicting my switch because I'm weak to his stab, or he might try to SD up or something. So I'm just going to go right for the Will-O-Wisp, just in case he tries to Spore because I'm poisoned, it won't work. If he goes for Bullets, he takes me out, fine, I can switch into anything I want. And if he goes for Swords Dance, I can just triple this thing with Willow. But he actually stays in, takes Life Orb and some sand damage, so this thing is at a really low range of HP already. So now he's going to switch out here as I go into my Landorus, which is my Scarfer, and I was so freaking close to going for HP Ice to finish that thing off. But I decided to go for U-turn to finish that thing off. I went for HP Ice. That would have been beyond fantastic, so I would have HP Ice that Glide score. But now bringing my Tar because he's going to try to because I have Ice Beam on this Tar, but he sees right through that, which is kind of obvious on my part, because if I'm bringing in T-Tar on a Landorus, I'm bringing in T-Tar on a Gliscor, it's clearly obvious that I do have the Ice Beam, and I do go for it anyway, kind of a foolish move on my part, but, I was just thinking, maybe he doesn't think I'll have it, maybe he thinks I'm just going to try to do something stupid, go for Ice Beam. He brings in Nape. Now, you might think it's weird if I go into Scizor because, you can go for Flare Blitz and destroy my ass, but I'm 95% positive he's not Flare Blitz in my T-Tar because why would he Flare Blitz? It just doesn't give him any benefit. Now, here I decide to go for the Superpower, but he actually happens to be running the necessary speed EVs to outspeed Choice Band Scizor, which is what I am, and switch my Scizor with no speed investment. I don't know how many it is. I'm pretty sure it's Do not quote me on this because I do not know my OU too well. I'm learning it better, but I do not know it too well. I think it's 6 or 8 EVs that you need because that's 8 EVs is 2 points of speed. I think, which is what you need. Don't quote me on that. If you want to tell me, I would be really appreciative if you can tell me. But whatever. So here we're going to my Chomp, trying to set up, going to go for the SD. He actually sees right through that SD and goes for the Toxic. It's actually a really nice play on his part. It's very risky because his trend is kind of walling me a little bit. But still, it's kind of is risky. So here, I go right for Earthquake. So I'm kind of predicting him to go for Lava Plume now because I'm predicting maybe me for SD because he knew ASD. I didn't think he would protect because he knew I could just Swords Dance up. But here, I'm 95% positive that this guy isn't like the best player of all time. He's gonna. He made the obvious move with the Heat Trend before switching out, predicting my Hydro Pump. I knew he's gonna predict my Earthquake, so I go right. He's gonna predict my Outrage or my other move to hit things with. So I go over for the Earthquake. Ends up being perfect for me because I'm able to kill off that Heat Trend finally. So now, first thing Glasgow, I go right for that +2 stab Outrage, and I get a crit. I'm gonna assume that mattered. More likely than not, it did matter. But I would have 2-hit KO'd, but I don't know what he would have hit me with. If he went for Ice Fang, I probably could have lived because I have Chopple. But now here he's an Infernape. He goes for Mach Punch, and he's not going to kill me off because Garchomp is a bulky-ass mofo, and I'm just going to go for Outrage, clearly killing off that Infernape because what Infernape could live a freaking Outrage from a +2 Chomp, especially at like that low of HP. So now Chomp's going to die because, you know, poison damage is going to rack up, but Chomp did a hell of a job. And now, he's going to go into Loom, as I have my Landorus out, because Landorus can easily clean up the game. Go right for HP Ice, because he brings a Breloom. I'm going to kill off the Breloom now. And I think he's got one more. That might be the match. I think he's got one more that I kill with HP Ice. No, that's the match. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.